Hello everybody, we are going to do an oil service on this 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got the big 3.6 VVT. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the oil fill cap, because that'll let the air get into the engine when I pull the plug and let the oil drain. Okay, the next thing we need to do is grab the big mess. Alright, once we have it up in the air, then we take the drain plug out. It's a 13 millimeter. And am I going the right way? It looks like it. Let's get a wrench. She's on there tight. Oh my. Holy moly, that's on there tight. Those guys over at Valvoline tighten that way too much. There we go. Loose now. So the last time I had this oil changed, I had it changed over at Valvoline because I was kind of in a hurry. Them guys need to lighten up a bit on that tightening torque spec there. It does not need to be so tight that you can't easily break that loose. Okay, now we'll let that drain for a little bit. While we're under here, we're going to take a quick look-see around here at the CV boots, make sure they're not cracked. This side looks pretty good. And we'll go over to the other side, take another look. This side looks like it's in good shape yet. Bolts fore and aft. Look for any leaks while we're underneath here. Everything looks pretty dry. So we're still in pretty good shape. Now this thing has, I believe, one of those ZF transmissions, which means there's no need to check the oil. So we're going to, or the transmission fluid, so we're going to just ignore that. But transfer case looks dry. Rear end, how does it look? Rear end doesn't look like it's got any issues going on. Drive shaft seems pretty good. CV's on the back. They're looking in pretty good shape. Don't see any problem there. Don't see any problem on the drinker side either. Alright, everything there looks good. How about on the front? Can we see anything up there? The axle looks pretty good. I don't see any issues on the axle either. Okay. Probably in decent enough shape. Wiggle on the front wheels, seeing if they have any play. Can't seem to move them, so I'm guessing they're in decent enough shape. We have the trouble light. Let's take another look-see. Tie rod ends. Brakes look like they're not leaking anywhere. Ball joints look decent. I couldn't wiggle them. Same on the driver's side. Everything looks good. Don't see any issues. Okay. So the once around looks all good for steering wise. Ow. Bonk. Okay, has the oil drained? Probably not quite enough. I like it to get to where it starts to drip, and then I'll quit there. While it's still streaming, I'll let it go. So just keep looking around, see if you see anything while you're underneath here. That's plastic. That's plastic, so definitely not a rock crawler. They're not prepped for any of that. Because all the protection points for like the gas tank and the transmission are all plastic covered on this Laredo. Is it done draining yet? Nope, still going. Alright, we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, now she's finally dripping. So let's take a rag and kind of wipe it off a little bit. And it'll probably still be dripping, but that's okay because we're going to put that in place and run the drain plug back in. And this time we're only going to snug it instead of over torque it like the Valvoline guys did. There we go. That should be tight enough. One little jerk on there and away you go. Now we'll wipe this up so we can make sure that it's not dripping later. All dry. Now move out of here. Because the rest of this work can be done from above. So we're going to move everything out from underneath this car. set her down. Okay, now we check the brake fluid. Let's see what that says. This says max right here, and this says min down here. And how full is that? Can't really see when it's dark. Looks to me like it's right at max. Okay, so we're good there. This stuff is supposed to take .3 brake fluid, so if you use .3 you should be good there. Now we're going to check the power steering fluid, which is over here. That, you pick the cap off, look down in there. This one's a little different. Let me grab another camera here. So what do we know about this one? This one has max right here, and min is just above that lip there. So what's the big deal with this one? This one is a little different in that it takes an electric use Elec-Hyder MS11655 power steering fluid. So it's an electric power steering fluid. But I'm just right below max. And if you're curious what that stuff looks like, bought a little bit of that right here. Mopar electric power steering pump fluid. MS11655. Part number 680884885AB. So if you need a power steering fluid, make sure you get the electric stuff. Okay, now we need to replace the whatchamacallit, the oil filter. That thing is down here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is, hold on, I'll grab the other camera again so you guys can see a better view. That thing is underneath that cap there. So, to get to that thing, we got to take that off. And then that takes, if you're using the Napa Gold stuff, that's using the 100010 oil filter. A little different shaped deal. You know, it's not the type spin-on type that you're used to. And it's got another O-ring that goes in on that funny cap thing. So that we're going to put in there. And then we're going to use the Napa Full Synthetic, which is made by Valvoline, 5W20 motor oil. You need 6 quarts of that. So what did I do? I got a 5-quart deal and a single quart deal. So we're putting that in. Okay, I am using a 25mm socket to get that cap off of the filter. And I keep a Folgers bucket here right close to me so that I can catch as much oil as possible from that thing. Alright, oh, 1 drop. So there it is, there's my old filter. Yep, it looks like it's ready to be changed out. So there's the O-ring that I was telling you about, and this is the filter that comes out of that hole. Alright, so let's deal with this thing. So I'm going to take the old filter out. And that just goes into that hole. I'm going to wipe this off a little bit, find me a little screwdriver. And I'm going to pull that O-ring off of there. I think that one will work pretty well. Zip that off. Clean that up a little bit. Dig the new O-ring out. Work it on here. So that thing's got to go all the way around in this big wide groove that's right here to fit in there correctly. And I'm going to straighten that piece out in the middle just to make sure it's lined up correctly. Then you take the new filter and put it in onto that. Once that's all together, there should be a little O-ring right here also. And then we go back over to the car. Alright, now that we have everything in hand, let me give you a little look-see down what you're looking at once you take the filter out. So bring out the other camera. Alright, looking down in the hole, you see the filter, or where the filter goes, it's in that spot right there. So the next thing to do is to insert the filter just straight down in there and then start screwing it in. Once it's snug, then we will take the ratchet and tighten it down the rest of the way. And you don't need to go nuts with this. I think it's like a 13 foot or inch pounds or something like that. So snug is all you need. Alright, once that's done, then you can put this cap back on. And that's out of the way. Now we need to fill this with oil. 6 quarts down that hole right there. Okay, let's do this again. 6 quarts down that hole right there. Quart number 1. In she goes. Let that drain. Once that one's in there, then I'll take my funnel go in there with that. Make my life a little easier for dumping the other 5 quarts in. You know what I should do? You guys think we should be putting oil down in the where the filter was? Or do we leave that? Well, we can't really, can we? Because once the filter's in there, there's no real method to get through it. So yeah, if I put oil in it, I can't put the tap on. If I put the tap on, I can't put oil in it. So I'm going to assume we just dump oil in the engine. Let's see how that goes. So now I got my big 5 quart jug, and we just put that in there. I did check this thing. Oil was 1 quart low after 6,000 plus miles. So it is using a little bit of oil. So I need to be paying attention to it. Maybe at 3,000 or something I should probably check it. And start replacing every 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 miles or something. But for now, let's let that quart or gallon 5 quart jug drain out. We'll wipe up the mess. I think there was a little left over from the Valvoline guys too. Looks like they went in there in a hurry. All right. What do we do next? All right, let's take a look-see here. Right here is the fill for the no, this is the radiator. Let's grab the other camera again. Okay, start over. Didn't hit record. So the low area is down here. You guys can see it. The full area is right there. And we're in somewhere in the middle. And this stuff takes what's called OAT antifreeze. They say you can mix it in a pinch, but with ethylene glycol, but if you don't need to, don't. Try to find the OAT stuff. It's the orange stuff. Put the orange stuff in these new engines. So I'm going to go, I got a little bit of that today, so I'm going to add some of that. And if you guys want to see what it is, it's orange 50/50 pre-diluted antifreeze coolant and coolant. Do not add water, 1 gallon. This is stuff, if you look at the back of it here, right in here somewhere, it says something about oat. Yeah, right there. Organic additive technology coolant. So, that's the kind of stuff that you want to put in this vehicle. Alright, I'm going to try to come around you guys over here. Let's see if I can spill this all over. You know what? Why am I being crazy here? I got a funnel. Why don't I use it? Now I can't see how much is in there, so I gotta go around the other side and look to see where full shows up. Where am I at now? A little bit more. Alright guys, she's on the full mark. So we'll put that back. Windshield washer fluid. I just picked some of this stuff up at Costco. It's the all-season windshield cleaner de-icer. And I'm just going to look down in there and fill it up till she's full. Boy, she was down there. I must have been using this stuff a lot lately. Alright, there we have it. That's full. That's pretty much drained. Now we just got to put the cap back on. There we have it. I think we're ready for a trip. So, oh, no we're not. We got one more thing we got to do. We got to rotate the tires. So, let's back you guys up. And we'll restart. Okay, on this vehicle, it has these fancy dancy little lug nuts on here, so I had to get a special adapter over there from West Schwab's to take these off. But I guess once you do, it's fairly easy to get off. Okay, let's take a look at these brakes and see what kind of condition they're in. These look like they're in pretty good shape too. Grab the trouble light. Oh yeah. These are fresher than the ones that are on the back. So these must have been replaced at one point in time. That damn fly is going to have to dry or something because he's really bugging me. .2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee wheel lug torque spec.
Here's information from KOW Performance.
It says 110 or 130. 130 it says on 2015. Okay, torque the hell out of them. Now what should I do? I need to check the air pressure in all the tires. I know they were set pretty high. What's it supposed to have? Where did my glasses disappear to? There they are. .33 all the way around. Okay. Let's check them to see if they're at 33. I'm pretty sure they're not. So why are these set to 33? Alright, where's 33 on this gauge? Okay, let's check the spare. That says it's supposed to be at 60 psi. Of course, they don't make it easy. Try that again. Now let's look at the glasses. It's riding right at 50, so that means I need to put some air in this thing. About 10 pounds it needs. See what that gives me. That gives me about 55. $58. $60. Alright, put the cap back on. And put away the rest of the stuff. Uh-oh, what am I forgetting? I need my lug nut thingy. Where did I lose that at? It was on the bench. Okay, now got my pack out kit, got my tire chains for if we're in the mountains. Got my tow ball thingy. Got my tow strap. Got my spare blanket. That's what can fit under there. Then I got my emergency kit and my first aid kit. What I should be thinking about doing now is there's a charger that goes on this thing that probably needs to be, or a battery thing that needs to be charged up. For just in case, if I knew where it was or how it worked, since I've never used any of this stuff. See, here's jumper cables. Oh, this is a little compressor. Ain't that handy? Where the hell is the jump start kit? That's a compressor. These are jumper cables. Are these just jumper cables, or are these... Oh, these are just jumper cables. I thought I had a jump battery thing in here. But no. Gonna need help from somebody if I need a batteries or a jump start. But I think the battery's running pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oops. Whoa, that's bright. Put that away. Oops, there was another thing that went here. That one I think on the bottom, this went in the middle, this went on top somehow, like that. There we go. Put that stuff away. Alrighty. Almost ready to go. Now I just got a cleaner and we'll be done. Whoops, almost forgot. Air cleaner. Take those two clips off. And then this thing just rolls up. And then this filter comes out. Yeah, a little dirty. Let's go grab the new one. This is the Napper 9556. Slap that thing in there. Maybe. And get the back side clipped in. Get the front side clipped, or the drinker side clipped in first, then clip in the driver's side. There we go. New air filter. In she goes. Now what? Alright, now we need to replace the cabin air filter. We're using the Napa Enviro Shield cabin air filter, part number 4071, not a sponsor. How do we get that in there? Step one, take the glove box out. I think all you got to do is push something to the side, on one side or the other, because this thing had broken off. And over here, on that side, there's a little knob. And on this side, there's a little knob. And once I get this out, I'll show it to you. If I can get both sides out. There she comes. Alright, so here there are two little clips, one on each side, that go into these slots. Then up in here is a clip that comes out. Then up in here is an air filter that doesn't come out very easy. So how do we get that out of there? We need some sort of puller, because this thing don't have anything on it that makes it easy to yank it off of there. Screwdriver or hook. So I'm going to grab me a couple of these Harbor Freight hooks, not a sponsor, and see if I can get in there and pull that out of there. There she came. And we pull and we yank, and there she came, and she is filthy. Alright, let's replace that with the new one. Hopefully it's the same size. Same size, different type of filter, that's for sure. But, hey, let's put her in there. Is this thing square or is it rectangle? It's rectangle. So the wide side or the mat end goes in. Fabrique en China. We got to slip that in there somehow. Because it doesn't slide in nice and easy because of this upper half that's in the way. There she's starting to go. Alright. I don't know if you guys could see that. Probably could. Better than I could. Then we put this side in and we clip in that side. Or actually we put this side in and we clip in that side. Somehow. And my glasses fall off. And I can't see a thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, on this back side over here, which you guys can't see, there's two clips that hold on to this end. And you gotta slip those on first, and then snap that thing around the outside. Once the filter's in, then you take these three clips, you set them in the bottom here, and you just push, and there it goes. New cabin filter in. Alright, there you go, guys. I think I'm done now. I think I got most of it done. You guys let me know if I'm forgetting anything. But there you have it, guys. That's my service. Talk to you guys later.